Welcome to the MOOCs course Community Engagement and Social Responsibility. Today we will discuss Unit 2 entitled Community Engagement in Entrepreneurship. This unit is divided into two modules. Today we will discuss Module 2 titled Community Development and Engagement Programs. In the fourth part of Module 2, we will learn about community driven actions, community driven developments and phases. In the previous part, we learned about formal and informal leadership, self and collective determination, community partnership, its assets and strength. So, what are community driven actions? Community driven actions provides control of the development process, resources and decision making authority directly to the groups in the community. So in simple language we can say that the community driven actions are like we have to performing some actions, we are doing some actions which helps in the development of a community. So if we are going in a community, if I go to some local nearby area and I basically aware them about the program, so that is also come under this community driven action which can help them. So it basically helps them in decision making authority. So what is a community? What is driven in actions and developments? Community is defined as a lowest level where common public purpose is defined, sharing an interest in and are affected by the basic services. Now, what do you mean by driven? Driven is controlled by, or ideally we can say that there should be more consultation and participation. So, if we are going there, if we are suggesting them, so they will be drive to do something new. So, that is the meaning of consultation participation which comes under the driven. Now, what is developments? Developments can be social and economically. So, there should be a development of social and economic public goods, local infrastructure and basic social services. The development doesn't mean that we are doing only economically, we are making them developed economically, but the development is basically in all terms, like socially they are developing economically, their well-being is good, their health is developing, their infrastructure is developing. So all of these come in the community development. Individual household transfers where they target can best to be done by community and private goods. Now, community driven developments initiatives are based on the concepts of openness, participation, accountability, and increased local capability. One can only do a development in a community when their local peoples are interested in doing that. So, there should be openness. They are basically open to the outsider. They should actively participate in that. They can do and they can increase the local capability. So, an outsider, if going to a local village or a nearby place, so they can increase the interest of the local villagers so they can take participation in that for their development. The community driven development programs operate on the principles of transparency. There should be transparency on both the side, on the side of the local people and also on the side of the outsider. Outsider may be some any type of organization or NGOs. Local empowerment, we should work like that. The people of that village should be empowered, not about only men. The women should also be get empowered by these type of driven development programs. Demand responsiveness, greater downward accountability and enhanced local capacity. According to an data that was given by the World Bank Organization, as of June 2020, there were around 327 active community-driven development programs or projects in 19 countries, including 71 countries supported by the International Development Association, that is IIDA, for a total lending of $33 billion, which is around 65% of IDA. There are various phases of community driven development. Phases are divided into four. The first phase is the learning phase, the second phase is identifying, the third phase is implementation, and the fourth phase is sharing. In the first phase, there is a community advisory circle in which the communities learn from the outsider and the outsider learn the problems of the community. The second phase is the identification. Now, when they learn about the problems, now have to identify which problem should be prioritized first. So, finding and identify the priority area. Then the third phase is the implementation phase. In this, participatory action, research, and we should implement a wellness strategy. The phase 4 is basically the sharing the knowledge about the strategies, tools, and recommendations. Collaboration, research, and agreements, community survey, interview, focus groups can be used in the phase 1, that is the learning phase. Data synthesis, a community forum to discuss findings from the phase 1 should be done in the identification phase. In the third phase, that is an implementing phase, for the implementation of any action, there should be an established participatory action research team which can conduct events to explore priority issues for better designing, implementing, starting some wellness programs. All of these should be done in the implementation phase. The fourth phase of community driven development is sharing. So how we are going to share this knowledge? This can be shared by the transferable product and resources. If a community is making any item, that should be transferred to the other villages so they can identify about that resources. Regional and provincial forums, meetings, and development of recommendations. Let's take an example of this. In the first lecture, we have discussed about the DI initiatives of Raja Berari. So we have just find out the local agricultural products which we are getting from that area. In that area, we have supported the women that how they can use these products and how they can make some food items from these products. These food items are being prepared and trained, and the peoples are trained in preparing these items in that area. Now these items are being sold in the nearby communities. So this is a sharing. So the nearby communities are getting knowledge that they are doing this type of work for their empowerment, for their community development. So this is about the sharing the knowledge so that the other communities can get encouraged about them. So this is a short example for this community driven development. These community driven developments have various sections. They have some early impacts, they have some intermediate impacts, and they also have some sustainable impacts. The early impacts of these community driven developments are promotions and programs for media attention. We should do some programs, we should do some promotion programs for media attention so that media can cover these programs and these programs can relay to the various parts so the peoples can go in that area and support them. Local leaders have a better understanding of their community. So local leaders should always participate in all these type of things. Then the second impact is the intermediate impact. These intermediate impacts are successful projects of policies and build environment credibility and capacity. It can also include investment, redirected budget priorities to support and promote healthy community projects. The last impact is sustainable impact. Sustainable impact means that can be used in the present time and which should always be available for the future. So the sustainable impact is community health and well-being. So the action should be done in a manner so it affect the community health and well-being in a positive manner. So new development, building of projects to maximize services and policies and also provide safe and affordable access to healthy lifestyles. So, in this part, we learned about community driven actions, community driven developments, and phases. In the next part, we will discuss about community collaboration, community engagement, life cycle, model, and frameworks. Thank you.